What is going on, guys? Figure Boy's back with another video, and today I have your Crown Jewel 2021 review and results. So coming into the show, guys, I really didn't expect much out of it. I mean, I thought it was kind of a weak card. There were only like 2 matches that I was looking forward to, but in the end, I thought it was a pretty decent show. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Starting off on the Kickoff Show, it was the Usos. It was just announced on the Kickoff Show, the Usos versus the Hurt Business, not for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. But it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I was one of the few that actually watched the match. I actually watched a Kickoff Show for once, probably, but I really did enjoy it. In the end, the Usos would pick up the victory with Jay hitting a Uso splash on Cedric Alexander and picking up the win. Moving into the main show, guys, it was Edge versus Seth Rollins inside of the cell, opening it up. What a match. To me, this was match of the night. I mean, they tore it up. I mean, what a trilogy, finally ending their rivalry. But wow, what a match. In the end, Edge would pick up the victory by hitting a curb stomp on the steel chair to Seth Rollins, stealing his own move. And there are so many good spots. They brought steel steps in. Edge hit a Edge-o-matic on it, and then they brought a ladder in, and Edge went through a table by that, and again, steel chairs were involved. Everything was involved. It was great. There was a spot where Rollins was like on top of the turnbuckle here, and Edge pushed him off into the cage through a table. Very cool spot, but in the end, as I said, Edge did get the victory. The next match on the card, guys, was, I believe... Man, I kind of forgot. That's not really a good thing either. I believe it was the Queen's Crown Tournament. They only gave those ladies about well, actually no. Was it? I don't know. We're just going to say it was. I have a feeling it was the Raw Tag Title match, but the Queen's Crown Tournament, let's get that out of the way. They only gave him 5 minutes. I didn't think that was good enough for Doudrop and Zelina Vega. But in the end, Zelina Vega did pick up the victory, and she is the first ever Queen's Crown Tournament winner. Congratulations to her on becoming the first ever Queen of the Crown. So, the next match we're going to move into was the Raw Tag Team Championship match, a rematch from SummerSlam, and I really didn't pay attention much to it, but in the end, same old thing. AJ Styles got hit with an RKO from the Phenomenal Forum, never gets old, and then Riddle got up to the top rope, hit the floating bro, and Randy and Riddle, RK Bro, picked up the win. Before the match, here's the interesting thing, that Randy's music hit, and they were both coming out, and Riddle ran to the back, so Randy thought he abandoned him. Well, like 2 minutes later, Riddle comes out on a camel, and it's like he rides it to the ring. It was kind of funny, but kind of lame at the same time. I don't know. It was just like kind of those odd scenes. But as I said, RK Bro did pick up the win to retain their titles, which they should have. The next match on the card, I believe, was the Mansoor versus Mustafa Ali match. And I think it was a very good match. In the end, Mansoor would defy the odds and pick up the win and hit a springboard neckbreaker on Mustafa Ali, which looked very clean, and just to pick up the victory. And after the match, Mustafa attacked him, and this like Olympian, like, was it like a karate guy, I think? I had no idea who he was, but he seemed to be pretty good from what they were saying. And he came to help Mansoor, and Ali was going to go attack the guy, and the guy like kicked him like a roundhouse kick and clean knocked him out. And him and Mansoor reigned tall. I wasn't a big fan of that, but I was a fan of the match, but that is what happened in the end. The next match on the card, guys, was, I believe, the Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley match, which I think was... I'm not really liking Goldberg because I don't like how they keep bringing him back and bringing him back. I really wanted Lashley to win this, but in the end, I mean, Goldberg really didn't put on a good show. I really wasn't, like, pleased with it. But the ending spot I really enjoyed it. In the end, Goldberg and Lashley fought on the ramp. The Hurt Business came out with kendo sticks, and Goldberg dropped Shelton and Cedric, and then he took Lashley and speared him off the ramp through 3 tables. I think that's a really cool setup right there. That might be in the thumbnail. But yeah, I really did enjoy the ending, but Goldberg did pick up the win for family supremacy, which I figured they would have done, but I would have liked to see Lashley to win. The next match on the card was the King of the Ring final between Finn Balor and Xavier Woods. Pretty decent match. I think the end was kind of lackluster though. In the end, Balor would go to hit a coup de grace, miss. Xavier would roll him up, and Xavier, I think, would hit an enziguri, and then go to the top rope, hit the big elbow drop to pick up the win. And Xavier Woods, I know that's Kofi, but in the end, Xavier Woods would pick up the win and fulfill his childhood dream to become King of the Ring, and I'm very happy for Xavier. And it's just really cool to see all the New Day finally get a singles push and what they want in their career. And I think, yes, the next match on the card, guys, was the WWE Championship match between Big E and Drew McIntyre. It was kind of short, in my opinion. Maybe I was just gone a little bit, but in the end, they would both hit their finishers and kick out of each of them. But in the end, Drew would mess up and Big E would hit a big ending to pick up the win. And after the match, Big E would stare like right here, and Drew just gave him a thumbs up. So good show of respect for Drew as he goes to SmackDown. Hopefully, he fights Roman Reigns. That's a rivalry I want to see again. Renew it. Just like Survivor Series last year. And speaking of Survivor Series, that is the next pay-per-view after Crown Jewel. It is Survivor Series. So, and speaking of Crown Jewel, I'm gonna get right into it. There is a prediction matchup between the both of them. So I really worked my butt off on it, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. Go check it out if you haven't already. It is a must-watch. But yeah, I would love to see them two fight it out for the Universal Championship. But yeah, Big E would pick up the win. And I guess that moves on to the SmackDown Women's Championship triple threat match. A lot of people are behind this. To me, it wasn't really that good. The match itself was really good, but it was a triple threat, and I did not see any weapons. Which a triple threat is supposed to be like no DQs, right? Which didn't really make sense to me, but in the end, they did put on a really good match. But in the end, Bianca Belair, I think, would hit the KOD on Becky, go for the cover. Sasha was going to throw her out of the ring, but Bianca threw her out, and then Sasha pulled her legs as she went to go to Becky, and Sasha ran in to go for the cover, but Becky rolled her up to get the 3 count, and Becky Lynch retains the SmackDown Women's title as she goes over to Monday Night Raw this Monday. And I think it's the right decision to keep it on Becky. I thought they were going to give it to Sasha, and I thought they were going to have Bianca win the Raw Women's title this week, but that didn't happen. So when that didn't happen, I knew Becky was going to win. But that was the SmackDown Women's triple threat match. Moving in to the main event, the Beast Brock Lesnar going up against the Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, head of the table, Roman Reigns. A lot of hype going into this match. This is the match I was most excited for. Great entrances. Each of them would hit their finishers and kick out. But in the end, Brock would go for an F5 and hit Charles Robertson, which was the ref in this match. And he would go down, and Heyman would just throw in the Universal Championship when they were both down. Like, he didn't direct it towards anybody. He didn't know what to do. He threw it in between the both of them. They both stared at each other. They fought over the title. And then the Usos came down, super kicked Lesnar. This happened when all the refs was down, so the ref didn't see it. And Roman grabbed the Universal Championship, clocked Lesnar with it, just like he is here. New ref came in, cover 1, 2, and 3, and Roman Reigns retains. I didn't like the way he won. He should have won with a spear. If you guys want to see the way him win in like that, go check out the prediction match. Oops, I just gave a spoiler. But just go watch that match. But Heyman was the big focus in this match. I do not think they are done. There will be a rematch coming, hopefully at the Royal Rumble, because I think that's the next time Brock is supposed to be back, because he's taking some time off again. But yeah, Roman, he did retain with some help by the Usos and by like the ref not seeing. But I didn't like the finish, but overall it was a good match. But yes, guys, this has been the Crown Jewel 2021 review and results. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go watch that prediction match and go watch Crown Jewel if you haven't already. It was a pretty decent show. And but those are my thoughts. Carter here from the Figure Boys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Figure Boys are out. Match of the night.